The 3 things we learned just the first 2 weeks of us living in the Airstream. The first one was that we still had too much stuff. We had about 4 boxes of kitchen stuff, and I'm pretty sure we probably, gave away 3 of them?
Yeah, we gave away a lot.
Yeah. And what we saved, we thought we would use, or extra stuff that we saved, we basically just donated because there was no way it was going to fit in here. You couldn't even walk in here.
It was insane.
It was crazy. And the second thing we learned was that some of the things that we wanted for the Airstream and that we bought, we ended up not needing, or it didn't fit.
I had made a table, and like we had bought these nice metal chairs that looked all neat, and it just didn't work. It was just too... The room that you plan, and when you're building this thing, you think that you have, you just end up not having. It's just...
We even measured things.
We even measured and did all this stuff and had it on graph paper and did everything, but you just still, until you real living and getting in here and really living in it, you don't realize what's
going to work and what's not.
Yeah, what's going to work and what's not going to work. And we ended up having the table I spent all this time making, had to get rid of, way too heavy, just overbuilt. Well, that's part of the problem too, is everything in here is overbuilt, because I overbuild things, so it's stronger than most furniture. But yeah, we gave it to friends, and the chair, everything went to to a good place, but it was just stuff we had spent time and money on that we ended up having just to get rid of because it just didn't work. So after giving away the table and those chairs and stuff that weren't going to work, just took up way too much room, too heavy, we ended up getting a lifetime foldable table that which is nice because you can obviously fold it up, put it behind the bed, but it's easy to move in and out, because sometimes we have to have it like this, or sometimes we have to have it like this so we can all eat, and it's still tight. And we have the chairs that match it, that fold up. But what's neat about that is the chairs now, instead of having to stack a bunch of metal chairs up that are super heavy, we just fold up all the chairs, they stack right together, and we just bungee cord them in the back, and they're just easier storage. So it ended up working out better. I don't think it looks as nice, obviously, because I made the table and the chairs and it all look cool, but
it's functional.
It's functional. Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's nothing you can do about it. You have to have functional. When you're living in full time, a lot of that fancy stuff just doesn't work out. You just have to do what works and what's easy to use.
And we'll tell you that things fall on the thing all the time because everyone leans on it.
Yeah, it's not sturdy.
So there's more things we have to watch out for, but
yeah,
it works so much better for us to be able to turn it the way we want to.
Right.
And
it's light and easy to maneuver around and stuff. So.
And it fits in front or behind our bed, and then the chairs fit.
We're going to a door pool.
And we're going to the pool.
What you doing there? You going fishing?
The indoor pool.
Oh, the indoor pool.
Indoor pool.
Yeah, that has so much to do with our table and chairs there, Cole. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
So anyway, really build out your Airstream, and before you buy all those extra things like the tables and the chairs and even the tubs, we got all these crates, and we're still utilizing a lot of them, but everything is sliding, and I'll put some pictures in, but everything is sliding into the middle when we move, especially when we're on really rough roads like this place that we're at right now. So we switched them to tubs, and then also because of the condensation, which you can see happens in colder weather.
And then when we have like the stove or the heater on, it just starts sweating and everything, like a big water bottle.
Yeah, and so all of our stuff was starting to get wet, so we put everything in those black tubs, which have been amazing, by the way. What are the names of them again?
They're made by Plano.
They're made by Plano, and they're heavy duty, and they're not...
Duty!
Yep, heavy duty, dude. And they fit nicely under our beds, so we can just slide them out. And so we switched our clothes to that. So now nothing will get
And then we're gonna take some of this trim like this and put it along the floor to keep that stuff even sliding around.
Yeah.
Something that we need to get done.
Which everything looks like a mess right now. Which is normally what it looks like.
Normal.
The last thing that we learned was everything is trial and error. You're really not going to know what's going to work for you and what's not going to work for you until you get in here and start living. We had all these plans of how it was going to be and how we were going to do it, and even every week for the last almost 5 months, we're still learning so much. And so really getting in there and learning what works for you and whoever you're living with, you know, whether it's 3 kids or just your husband or boyfriend or whatever it is.
Or by yourself.
Or by yourself. You're not going to know what's going to work for you until you get in here and start living it.
Everything's going to be different for everybody.
Yeah.
Quiet your mind and enjoy the ride. Don't forget to subscribe to continue watching our journeys. Bye! Bye!